The indigenous youth have adopted technology as their weapon of choice to safeguard the Amazon. Chai Surui, like her grandfather, is an indigenous activist defending Brazilian Amazonian territories. However, while her grandfather used bows and arrows, Chai Surui and her contemporaries opt for a more technological approach to their mission. Among the 20,000 entrepreneurs and investors attending Brazil's inaugural Web Summit Rio, a 26-year-old Brazilian emerged as a standout star. The event, touted as the world's largest annual technology conference, was held outside of Europe for the first time this week. In the fight against unlawful land exploitation, technology and traditional wisdom act as our weapons of choice. Today, we wield technology as a means of resistance to safeguard our land, explained Chai during an interview with AFP while attending a conference in Rio de Janeiro. Chai, wearing traditional face paint and a feather headdress, spoke at a high-tech conference about how young people in her community are using technology to monitor land invasions. They utilize video cameras, drones, GPS, cell phones and social networks, and report any incidents they observe through a dedicated application. The young coordinator of the Canindé Ethno-Environmental Defense Association, representing 21 Amazon indigenous peoples, cautions that technology can be misused for nefarious purposes. It's ironic that the satellites we rely on to safeguard our land can also be utilized by those who seek to demolish it. To our dismay, some individuals have even resorted to using Facebook to market and sell protected indigenous territories. Approximately 800,000 indigenous individuals call Brazil their home, as per the most recent census. Researchers demonstrated that safeguarding 13.75% of a country's land is among the most effective strategies to preserve forests such as the Amazon, which is a critical resource in the battle against climate change. Chai is continuing the legacy of her parents, who were activists that bravely fought illegal logging despite receiving death threats. For many years, Ivanite Bandeira, an environmentalist with expertise in indigenous affairs, has been a leading advocate for the preservation of native lands. Among her many achievements is the long-standing battle she has waged to safeguard these areas. Last year, National Geographic released a documentary called The Territory, produced by Chai, which documented the Uru Yuwawao people's efforts to safeguard their land in Rondonia's northern region. The documentary's central figure was a woman who played a pivotal role in the community's fight for preservation. In 2007, Almir Surui, the indigenous chief, became the first to use technology as a tool to protect the forest. During a visit to the Google headquarters in California, he convinced the US tech giant to support his people's efforts in creating an interactive experience on Google Earth known as the Surui Cultural Map, as per Chai's account. Chai refers to Almir as a visionary for his pioneering efforts in establishing an indigenous collective to vend carbon credits on the market. Chai, barefoot in the conference hall, passionately implores the international technology elite to come and visit the rainforest. According to the activist, who is currently pursuing a law degree, individuals working in the technology industry must rediscover their connection with nature. When individuals approach me with offers to develop new apps, I urge them to first acquaint themselves with our needs before proceeding. Chai expressed regret over being the lone indigenous participant at Web Summit Rio, having also attended the 2021 UN climate talks in Glasgow. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, the newly elected Brazilian president, has promised to prioritize safeguarding the Amazon. Last week, he made good on his commitment by establishing the country's first indigenous reserves in 5 years, demonstrating his dedication to the cause. The former president, Jair Bolsonaro, who was a far-right ex-army captain, kept his word and did not permit any additional reservation land during his time in office. The Brazilian Amazon witnessed a staggering 75% increase in annual deforestation during Bolsonaro's presidential term from 2019 to 2022, as compared to the past decade. Chai acknowledged that the new administration has brought about significant changes, but also emphasized that there is still a long way to go. My primary responsibility is to exert pressure and drive results. With numerous indigenous lands still in peril, protection remains a top priority. According to her, the major hurdle is the present Congress of Brazil. She remarked that it is extremely conservative, even more so than during the Bolsonaro administration. On a global level, she implored individuals to consider climate change beyond its financial implications. She uttered, "We're on the verge of reaching the point of no return. It's imperative that we shift our focus from the economy to people. There is still a significant amount of bias and racism," she commented. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.